this Christmas. First up, here's Rima Shempong Ousu with a PMQ summary.
Rachel Reeves has raised tax on gambling by $1.1 billion. Minimum wage has increased, and pre-packaged milkshakes and coffees high in sugar will hit with an extra tax from 2028. We'll be hearing about this shortly. Let me tell you more about electric vehicles tax and mansion tax. The government wanted more people to drive electric cars, so they were exempt from certain charges, but now drivers of electric cars will pay a road charge of 3p per mile, and hybrid drivers one and a half per mile from 2028. Mansion tax is a levy on high-value properties. The Chancellor has announced that owners of properties valued over £2 million will soon pay a regular annual charge, which will be automatically added to their council tax bill. Back to you, Hekmat.
With the 2025 budget out, there are big potential changes ahead for savers, especially if you use a cash ISA. Here's Denise Azama with everything you need to know.
This week, the 2025 budget proposes to cut down annual cash ISA from 20,000 to 12,000. I'll be interviewing students to hear what they think. In a cash ISA or regular savings account?
Yeah, regular savings account.
Did you know the new budget could reduce the cash ISA allowance?
No.
If savings become harder, would you be more tempted to use buy now, pay later services like Klarna?
Not really, because obviously my thing is obviously how you have to pay it back, and obviously it can, if you miss like payments, it can have an effect on like your credit score.
With the new UK budget shrinking the tax-free ISA allowance, students may find saving harder. Many turn to apps like Klarna or ClearPay to spread payments, but missed installments can hit credit scores.
The UK government is extending the sugar tax to milkshakes and lattes, which could make some drinks more expensive. I've been out on campus speaking to students about what they think. Sugar tax is being extended to milkshakes and lattes from 2028, meaning sugary drinks like Yazoo or a Starbucks iced latte could soon cost more. It's part of a wider plan to reduce sugar. But do students support it? Let's hear what they have to say.
I think so. I will make my own drink if I have to buy it. Already the coffee prices are like £5 or £6, and it is overpriced. And if it goes more higher than that, so I don't think so I'm going to buy that.
I don't really drink coffee, but most of the stuff that's going to go up, I'll probably end up drinking again. I'll still drink, even if it's a little bit more expensive.
Next up, Ralph Green talks about a potential lowering of bills from British Gas due to tax increases.
Executive of Centrica, British Gas's parent company, has recently said that he would be okay with paying more taxes if it meant that bills went down. Chris O'Shea, the chief executive of Centrica, went on an interview with Sky News yesterday saying that he would be willing to pay more taxes as he believes that it's fair, and describes himself as a believer in progressive taxation.
Enough to have a well-paid job. I personally would be happy to pay more. I think that's fairer. I think that I believe in progressive taxation, and that's why we call for these costs to be put onto general taxation.
I wanted to ask about a couple more things if we've got time. Energy price levy, which energy...
O'Shea was paid £4.3 million last year. Ralph Green, Byte News.
The Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, is looking for some small wins from the budget, and with cross-party support, it's likely the gambling and betting industry will be targeted. Here's Grayson Gilliam with how that would affect British racing.
Horse racing is a sport predicted to be heavily affected by the new gambling tax. In the UK, it provides 85,000 jobs and is worth over £3 billion annually. The Axe the Racing tax was proposed to give horse racing a break on taxes. The campaign is trying to protect a long-standing part of British culture, one that has already been struggling. However, even with the call to lower taxes, the gambling industry is facing scrutiny and criticism, with the likely outcome being the opposite, a rise in taxes. The taxes are paid by the operators to the government, and while individuals aren't responsible for the extra money, it will still affect the industry. The racing sector is looking at a £330 million loss over 5 years, but that would mean a £330 million win for the Treasury. YouGov found that 82% of people thought increasing taxes on gambling companies was the right thing to do.
Rachel Reeves has announced that the government will freeze rail fares, a move expected to reduce travel costs for commuters. Adala Khalil has the details.
Fares are being frozen for the first time in 30 years in what the government is calling a historic move to cut costs for millions of commuters. Chancellor Rachel Reeves is expected to confirm the freeze in the budget, meaning no increase on season tickets, peak time returns, or off-peak fares between major cities. Ministers say the move will save some passengers more than £300 a year and help ease the cost of living, with transport making up 14% of household spending.
In today's budget, Rachel Reeves has announced a new tourist tax to be introduced across England. The money made will be used to help with local transport infrastructure and visitor economy to help attract more tourists to coming over. The UK government has announced significant changes to university fundings affecting both home and international students. Let's hear more from our correspondent, Pietro Bastanza.
For the new academic year, the UK government plans a levy on international student fee. A 6% increase has been proposed. The government also increased of 3.1% home student fees due to the inflation domino effect. How is this going to impact students?
Doesn't really bother me.
I think it should be fair. We shouldn't be paying that much more to international students.
It doesn't seem like it's made much of an effect over my life. It's just a little bit of money extra. It is a change, but I think it's pretty okay.
We turn to Theodora Mella as she investigates how the residents of Ealing are preparing for the upcoming Christmas season.
We have less than a month till Christmas, and London is ready for it. In Ealing Broadway, we have Santa's Grotto, and all around London, we have Christmas markets. People are already preparing for Christmas festivities, and I'm here to investigate how they're planning a budget-friendly Christmas.
I'm trying to save up from work and from my savings to be able to afford some presents for my family.
Cook them from scratch rather than buying them directly from a restaurant. And I also make some DIY decorations from cones I find in the park, so like natural stuff.
By going to a garden centre tonight, that's doing free drinks and free food and extended hours on their Christmas selection. So I'm going to choose some nice pretty plants for my friends.
I'm Theodora. This is Byte News.
London boroughs have been subject to cyber attacks in the last couple of days. Here's Joe Brooks with the story.
Several London councils are believed to have been targeted in a cyber attack within the past 48 hours. The royal boroughs of Kensington and Chelsea, Hackney, Westminster and Hammersmith and Fulham have all reported issues with IT systems. Westminster City Council said it has shut down all its networks as a precautionary measure to protect people's data. According to some sources, some systems at the royal boroughs of Kensington and Chelsea have been down for 2 to 3 days. Mayor of London, Sir Sadiq Khan, said he was unaware of the cyber attacks yesterday, but he did say that City Hall was helping the councils build better cyber resilience.
Now for the weather, a cloudy afternoon rising from the west with lows of 6 degrees Celsius and highs of 9 degrees Celsius and a chance of rain this evening. That's all the time we have for today. Be sure to follow us on our socials at Byte News 00. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.